everybody, Dr. Lauren Hungler here, naturopathic doctor, and today I'm joined with me is Melissa Schefter, who's from Maven Essentials. And really what we're going through today is we're trying to make a do-it-yourself spring cleaning kit. So what we wanted to focus on was some of those like environmental toxins that we might be coming into contact with on a daily basis. So what do you think about switching out your cleaning products that you currently have? So someone's got like Windex and Pledge. How can we steer clear of those?
There's lots of natural things that you have in your household that you can use, as well as essential oils, which are really great that have antimicrobial, antibacterial properties. So we can combine household items with those and make some really effective, cheap, and safe natural cleaning products.
That's awesome. Because usually when I'm talking about environmental toxins at work, especially in clinical practice, because I feel like we're bombarded with it on a daily basis. And like you had said when we were talking earlier, was that as soon as you kind of step out of the house, wham, everything's coming at you. Maybe you can speak to some of the effects or the concerns that happen when we come into contact with some of these toxins on a regular basis.
So yeah, there's definitely lots of environmental things outside of our home, as well as some hidden toxins inside our home. And so lots of, like, obviously environmental in the air, the smog, the pollution that we know of outside of our home. And then inside our home, lots of the self-care products and cleaning products that we're using, we don't even maybe realize that they contain a lot of chemicals and different toxins. And those can affect different things like our metabolism or our hormones. They can disrupt our hormones, disrupt the regulation. They can make it hard for our body to fight different illnesses and disease, make it hard for our body systems to function properly, and make us just feel kind of sluggish.
Yeah, almost having like a flu type effect, and interfere with like immune function. And I definitely see in practice a lot of the hormone dysregulation that can be happening. So it can interfere with your estrogen and your progesterone and testosterone metabolism in the body, and then you start to see downstream concerns with that, especially in regards to women, because we tend to see it the most in our menstrual cycles. So if we're thinking about changing up our cleaning products, maybe what are the key base materials that we would need in our home?
Okay, so water, easy one. Everybody's got that.
Done.
Vinegar, white vinegar. Most people have that in their house, and that's commonly known as people can use that to clean with. Baking soda is another great cleaner. And then we'll talk a little bit in our recipes, but a few of the recipes require an emulsifier, so something that allows the essential oils to mix with the water. And a great natural one to use for that is witch hazel, which you can get at different drugstores or online. And then a few of our recipes might use some fractionated, which is the liquid form of coconut oil.
That's perfect. The other thing too that I always want to like touch on is why we want to use amber bottles and amber colored bottles. So especially when we're using things like essential oils, if you're thinking about the olive oil that you would have in your house, it comes in that like brownie opaque bottle. The reason why we're always using that is because with oils, they are volatile. And so what we don't want it to do is we don't want it exposed to a lot of light or exposed to a lot of air, because it will start to oxidize and it'll break down those oils. So making sure you have, when we're making cleaning products, and keeping them like in our house and having them in a dark, cool environment, as well as using some amber bottles. So I just got mine off of Amazon, and they're fairly cost effective as well.
Another little DIY hack is you can use Perrier bottles. So it's not amber, but it's green, so it's colored to block the light as well. So this is just a reused Perrier, or the knockoff, the cheaper version, same type of bottle. Spray tops fit perfectly into those bottles, so you can upcycle as well at the same time.
Perfect. Yeah, so you can have a wine spritzer and then make a cleaning product after, my type of cleaning products. That's awesome. So if we're thinking about certain oils, are there different essential oils that would be better to be used as cleaning products, like in cleaning products?
Yeah, definitely. So essential oils, just to give a little bit of information about them first, is that they are pure plant extracts. They are like the immune system of a plant, so it's the strong part of the plant, the potent part of the plant, and they get extracted and then distilled, and they become these liquids inside these little amber bottles. And so there's tons of different essential oils out there, and just like plants, the essential oils that come from those plants have different properties, different constituents, and then therefore they have different uses for them.
Right.
So when we're choosing which essential oils to use for cleaning, There's definitely certain ones that are more useful for cleaning because they have those antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal, antiseptic properties.
Right.
So citrus oils are the first one I think of. They are high in limonene, and that means that they're great for cleaning. So things like lemon, grapefruit, lime, wild orange. And then you can also get different blends. So doTERRA makes a blend called Purify, which is their cleansing, purifying blend, and it has citrus oils mixed with tea tree. So tea tree is another very gentle oil that has those antiseptic, antifungal properties. So that's a great one for cleaning products.
And then even On Guard as well.
Right, On Guard is doTERRA's immunity blend. So it's got all of these strong cleansing oils. It's got orange, clove, oregano, cinnamon, that all are great for cleaning because of their antibacterial properties. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so and I liked how you said it because you're thinking about it as like the immune system of the plant. So just as your immune system would fight off an infection, such as if it was fungal, if it was bacterial, if it was viral, the same thing is that is what that plant is doing. It's trying to make it so that that plant could survive and that it doesn't get a fungal infection in the forest. And so that's why they're so great at keeping away those antimicrobial properties. So sometimes it's just a good reminder of like how and why they actually work.
Analogy to the body.
Yeah. Perfect. Awesome. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make 4 different cleaning essentials that you should probably have in your home. So the first one is going to be our all-purpose cleaner, which is my jam, and I just put it on everything.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. This one cleaner that we're going to show you replaced probably like 3 or 4 different chemical cleaners that I was purchasing. So now I use it for everything, from like kitchen to bathroom.
Yeah, I use it on my stove top. I did that one. That one was really good because it can lift up the oils. Yeah. So we're just going to move some of these things out of the way so we maybe have a little bit more space. So when we want to do that, so with our all-purpose cleaner, so we're going to start with 2 tablespoons of our vinegar. So we're just going to make it together. We'll see how this goes.
You can follow along if you want.
Yeah, so if you've got it, or you can always pause this video, grab some stuff, and follow along with us. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of our vinegar. Do you want
something we mentioned you might need is a funnel. The top of some of these bottles are small.
And if you're doing it at home, I do it over the sink and I do a little free pour.
Yes, exactly. That's the other thing to note. Like, these are recipes, but if it's not exact, it's totally fine.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that.
Vinegar.
So our vinegar, we're going to put in 24 ounces of water, which is likely going to be probably 3/4 full, would be my guess. We're going to measure, but we're going to see how that goes. Because if you have different size bottles, obviously...
my bottle that I think the recipe came from was a bit bigger.
Was a bit bigger. So we can play with it a little bit.
Again, doesn't have to be an exact science.
Yeah, that's probably good. Yeah, close enough. Perfect, yep. So usually about 3/4 of your bottle is going to be filled with water. And now we're going to choose our essential oils. And you can play with it a little bit. Obviously, in our recipe, we're going to use, this one uses On Guard, but you could also do a combo of things. So if you wanted to do lemon and orange, which is usually my go-to because I think it smells the nicest, you can do that. So you can do a little bit of mix and matching and
with
play with
any of those oils that we mentioned. And you can base that on the scent preference or just you need a variety, whatever it is. Right?
So maybe we'll do, do you want to do On Guard? So with the On Guard, we're going to do... We're going to, do I need? No. We'll full pour this one. So with this one, we're going to do 40 drops. 15, 16, 17. There's 20.
I don't want to interrupt and talk because I'll disrupt your counting. Just so you guys know too, this bottle lasts a few months, and I use it on everything, and I use it almost daily in my kitchen to just wipe down the surfaces in the kitchen, and it lasts a few months,
which is perfect.
Yeah,
exactly. Perfect. And then we just shake her up.
Yeah,
that's it. And that was it. That's all you need to do,
guys. 3 ingredients.
Yeah,
water. And 2 minutes to make it, so super easy.
And then usually I just give her a little shake before you use it, so that the oil mixes back up. Because sometimes they will tend to separate, which makes sense based on the fact that it's water and oil. They will separate, so just give it a shake. I keep mine under my kitchen sink.
I have one there, and then I have one for a bathroom cleaning kit or whatever that's upstairs. So I have one on each floor, which is handy.
Exactly. So then you don't need to go up and downstairs.
And then you can put a little label on it so you know what it is, and you're good to go.
Perfect. So that's our all-purpose cleaner. And like we said, we used On Guard, but you could do maybe 20 drops of lemon, 20 drops of orange.
Yep. 40 total, whatever
40 total.
combo you want to do.
The Purify is also really nice, which is one of my faves, because I feel like it just adds everybody together. So you could also just do 40 drops of Purify in the water as well.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so let's do the other one we're going to do is a mirror and window cleaner. Because I do find, even though I use the all-purpose on glass, I do find that it gives a little bit of a streak for me. So hopefully this will give us our streak-free shine.
Right, exactly.
Awesome. So yeah, let's do that guy.
Is it this size?
Yeah, that's perfect. Oh yeah, so we're going to do a cup of water is number one. Good. And then we're going to do 1/6 of a cup of vinegar. So basically what we're doing is we're just taking a little third of a cup and we're going to do half of a third.
We took it from a big recipe and had to cut it down. That's why it's such a weird amount. But.
Yes. And again, it's a little bit of...
It's not an exact
It's not
science.
exact
It
science.
doesn't need to be in order to be effective.
More like cooking, where you can kind of
Right.
make some changes, versus baking, where you'll just wreck everything. It's okay. And then same amount of the witch hazel. Which is going to be this guy. Perfect. So I got my witch hazel just at Shoppers Drug Mart. You can also get it just off Amazon as well, which is a little bit cheaper.
How much, sorry, did you
It
say?
was a third.
Third of a cup.
Yep, same thing.
So witch hazel is what we call an emulsifier. So it's actually going to help the oils go throughout the water, but also it's a natural disinfectant. So you're adding a disinfectant property also with this.
Yes. So if you've been pregnant or if you have kids, usually that's when you start hearing about witch
That's
hazel.
the first time I had heard about it. Yeah.
If you don't, this might be your first time, and that's okay. And then we're going to do 5 drops of lemon.
Okay.
That guy.
So lemon is a great oil for unsticking or de-sticking. Which one's the better word? But I think, so that's why we're choosing lemon for the windows, because you want to remove any scum and remove like the
Grease.
streak and the grease, right, that would cause that streaking. So that's why we're choosing lemon for the window. I'm sorry, repeat
And
how
5.
many was it?
Yeah, 5 drops.
Great.
Boom.
And again, we'll put the top on, shake her up. Here, guys, you can replace your Windex that is full of chemicals with this little guy that took us 2 seconds.
Yes. Okay, perfect. So next on our list that we're looking at is we're going to be making a scum scrub. So what we're going to be using is we're going to be using baking soda. So we've already pre-measured that. So we're using about a cup of baking soda. And then we're going to add in 6 tablespoons of water. Perfect. That's perfect. And then we're going to do a little lemon lime scent. So there'll be lemon, we'll do lime. So usually there's going to be 20 drops of each of those in there. So we're going to double duty this. Okay, perfect.
And the reason we're using, I mean, you can use any of the citrus oils or the ones that we mentioned earlier, but it's a good idea to use either lemon or orange because they unstick things. So there's that buildup that happens in your bathtub, your shower, the toilet bowl. So having those oils included in your little combo will help unstick all of that stuff.
Perfect. And then that's it. And then we're just going to stir it up. And so basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to make a nice little paste. Little pasty guy.
So this would be for, we were talking about the all-purpose spray and we use it for everything, but this would be for the tubs, the grout in your shower, your floor grout, your toilet bowls, just a little bit stronger to clean it. So you can see that we've made it into a little paste there. So you can brush it on or kind of scoop it wherever you want it, let it sit, let the oils do their work, and then scrub away and then rinse off after. So you want to keep it in a tight container because if air got at it, it's going to dry out a bit, which isn't the end of the world. You can just add a little bit of water to make it back into more of a paste, but good idea to keep it in a tight sealed jar.
Perfect. So the last one we're going to make is just an air freshener. So I was thinking when we were like, because we just did a bathroom cleaner, kind of like potpourri. because lots of people have that. So what we're going to do is, this is just a nice little bottle that you keep on the back of your toilet or something like that. The other option, which I have made with you in the past, is these nice little like aluminum little bottles that you can get just at the dollar store. And you can make your like a room air freshener with one of these as well.
I just like those ones because they have a bit of a bigger mist to them,
right?
Rather than a direct spray. So you're getting the spray everywhere. I just wanted to mention that air fresheners, things like Febreze, Pooperies, the spray air fresheners you buy to use in your bathroom or plugins that you use in your home, are full of a lot of toxins, and one of the biggest ones is the fragrance that they put in those. So fragrance is connected to a lot of respiratory issues. So what we're trying to do is swap out that synthetic smell that they've added, that they've used chemicals, fragrance for, and use the aroma from the essential oils, which is coming from plants, which we know actually will have added benefits as opposed to causing illness and disease.
Yeah. No asthma, please.
Yes.
Perfect. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of witch hazel.
Witch hazel first.
Yeah. So basically, again, just to emulsify. So we want to distribute that oil throughout there. Yeah.
2 tablespoons, was it?
Yeah. That's perfect.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do 20 drops of essential oils. So let's do some orange because we haven't like played with orange yet.
Sure. Good one.
So it's 20 total. So let's do orange and maybe grapefruit.
Sure.
A little citrus. Citrus explosion.
Perfect. 10 and 10. Purify is a good one for this too because it's actually purifying the air. It has a bit of like a citrus, lemony, citronella smell to it. It just smells clean. That's the best way to describe it.
I think it's got lemongrass in it as well,
yes,
right? Because I can really smell lemongrass when I use it, which is kind of nice. Perfect. So we did 20. So we did 10 drops of each to make 20 drops in total, and then you just fill up the rest with water.
Yeah.
That should be okay.
And then again, right before you use it, you can shake it up if you want, but the witch hazel is helping the essential oils kind of mix throughout the water. Something that's really cool about these that I've learned is that the air fresheners that you would buy at the store, they mask the bad smell. They kind of add to the bad smell, mix them together, and it doesn't always smell that great. Essential oils are actually purifying the air. So when you spray those into the air, they're removing those smelly molecules from the air, and then you're left with the nice smell, as opposed to putting it on top of the bad smell.
Yes.
There's
Which
an
I'm sure
bonus.
everyone knows what that has smelled like in the past. That's perfect. So, and what you can do, so we made a little mini air freshener with that one. The other one that you can do would be like a linen spray.
Right. So the same recipe with water, witch hazel, and then essential oils, you can use that for a linen spray or even a de-stink spray. So I use that for stinky shoes and boots, also for sports equipment, gym bag, yoga mat, those types of things. So it's the same recipe, except you're just switching out which essential oils you're using.
Right.
So for a room spray, you could throw in some floral scents, aromas, which we didn't talk a lot about today. We were mostly focused on the citrus and the cleansing oils. But in your room spray, you could put in whatever you wanted. If you're doing a linen spray, you might want to use lavender because that has the added benefits of calming our body, which is what you want when you crawl into bed. I often combine lavender with On Guard so that when I'm spraying it, it's having that relaxing effect, but also the antibacterial effect on your sheets, on your pillowcases, in between the washes. Right.
Cool.
And then if you wanted to do a de-stink spray, you might use tea tree, which is antibacterial, antifungal, antiseptic, all of that, mixed with something else, because I don't love the smell of tea tree personally. Some people do, but I don't love it, so then I mix in something else. Purify with it, or one of the citruses is really nice. Perfect. So same recipe, just to change up the essential oils that you're using for the purpose of the spray.
Yeah, awesome. And even with like the box that I got from Amazon, it was like a seven pack amber bottle. So it came with, I believe, 4 of these little guys, as well as another like medium size one and 2 of the big ones. So the nice part is that even for like $25 in bottles, you can basically make all those household items that we talked about, including the linen spray, as well as a shoe de-stinker, which is in my husband's gym bag. So that's perfect. But those are our kind of like simple DIY essential spring cleaning items. So if you're Marie Kondo mode, which is what a lot of people are these days, you're trying to find joy in what you have and say thank you to those items, but also trying to clean up your house. Those are going to be the big four that you're going to use. Is you're going to be your all-purpose spray, kind of your window or your mirror cleaner, a little scum scrubber, as well as maybe just like an air freshener to make it smell just beautiful after you're all finished. So if you have any questions, you can contact either Melissa or I. I'm on Facebook at Lauren Hungler ND or on Instagram at dr.lauren.nd. And Melissa, how can they find you?
So you can find me on Facebook at Maven Essentials page there, and my contact information is there, or message me through Facebook, and on Instagram at melissa.schefter, which is SCHEFTER.
Perfect. Well, thanks for hanging out with us today. Hopefully, let us know if you have any comments about the mixtures, or if you had any thoughts, or maybe any great recipes that you've used in the past for your cleaning products. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, guys.